Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some healthy snack prep for you, as well as a little grocery haul, just my weekly grocery haul. We actually went on a road trip this past week, so I prepped all of these snacks ready to go for my kids, so they didn't end up eating junk the whole time we were in the car, and they didn't get sick, because nobody wants to deal with a kid puking in the car because they ate a bunch of junk. So we're doing all of that snack prep today. And I did also want to share a recent product that I found with you guys. So if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I normally just pick up my detergent, like my laundry detergent and my dishwasher detergent at Walmart. But I have been on the hunt for a really good natural dishwasher detergent for a long time, because I have just been using one that I pick up at Walmart. It was okay, but it definitely wasn't very clean ingredients. So I was really excited to find this product because it actually works really, really well. So Drops was nice enough to send me quite a variety of their products, and I have been loving them. They sent me their dish detergent as well as their laundry detergent, and they have been working super well. So I'm the type of person where I do not wash my dishes before they go in the dishwasher. I just kind of throw them in there, caked on and all. So to find a dish detergent that actually works is a little tricky. So I was a little hesitant, but you guys, these work really, really well. One thing that I really do like about the Drops detergents is that you can pick your scent. You can do unscented if you want. And then for the laundry detergent, I went with the stain and odor one just because I have little kids. They're staining their clothes all the time, but they also have a sensitive option. They have a completely unscented version. There's just a lot of options that you can choose from. I have been very impressed with these products. I've been using them for quite some time, and they do a really good job at cleaning my dishes as well as my laundry. So their detergent pods for the dishwasher are just like little powder detergents, and then this is what the ones for the laundry looks like. You just stick them in there, they do their thing, and everything comes out super clean. If you guys are interested in trying any of these products out, I really do highly recommend them. I have been very impressed, and I will continue to buy them because they're really, really good, high quality products. I did get a discount code for you guys. I'm gonna put it on the screen here. It's just Caitlin15, and I will also have all of the information linked down below in my description box. But let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So I spent right around $40. I didn't get a ton of fresh produce this week because I'm actually be going to Aldi in a couple days, and it's a little bit cheaper there. So I just got a few things to tide us over until then. So I just picked up 4 bananas. I got our peppers. I'm gonna be slicing these up, and these are gonna come on our road trip with us. I also got some grapes. These are another really great road trip snack. I'm gonna get those prepped and washed. Got 2 gallons of milk, 2% and whole milk. Got some potatoes. I'm gonna be doing a potato soup later this week. And then I did get some smoked turkey breast. I really like to pack our own lunches when we go places. It really saves a lot of money instead of eating out. So this is gonna be for lunches. And then to go along with that, I did get some hamburger buns. I'm gonna be doing just like mayo, cheese, and turkey. And these make really good sandwiches and easy to bring places. I got just 1 package of butter. I'm gonna be doing our weekly groceries here this weekend, but we were really low on this, so I just grabbed 1 of those. And then again, this is something we were really low on. I just grabbed our normal Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. I'm gonna be making a buffalo chicken pizza, so I just got some wing sauce. I only had a little bit left in the fridge. I got 2 boxes of Kleenex. We have been going through these like crazy because we have colds right now, which is such a bummer, but it is what it is, and so I got a couple more of those. I got some cheddar cheese crackers. These are gonna be for the road trip. Normally I don't buy those, but I thought I wanted to get some good snacks for the road trip. And then these are one of my favorites to give my kids when we're in the car, are these Zesty Ranch veggie straws. Both of my kids love them, so when they start getting crazy on the super long car ride, I'm gonna have to bust those out. But that's everything that I got for groceries. Now let's go ahead and get into the meal prep. To start off this healthy snack prep, I'm just running some cold water with a little splash of vinegar, and I'm just gonna let all of my fruit and my veggies soak in here for about 5 minutes. I'm just throwing in my peppers, cucumbers, as well as my apples, and I'm just gonna let these sit here for about 5 to 10 minutes while I'm cutting up my cheese sticks for the road trip. One of my favorite snacks to prep ahead of time for my kids is to actually make them some cheese sticks at home. So these are going to be a little bit cheaper than if you actually buy the pre-made cheese sticks from the store. And they're also a little bit healthier because they don't have some of the additives that a lot of the cheese sticks do. And I like them because I can cut them a little bit smaller for my kids. Of course, my husband prefers them a little bit on the bigger side, but for my 1-year-old and my 2-year-old, I can really control the amount that they're eating. Like for my daughter, I like to make hers a little bit skinnier so they're not a choking hazard, and she also just doesn't eat as much. So I like to control the size that way, and they really enjoy these. I'm just doing Colby and Monterey Jack, but of course you can pick up whatever kind of cheese that your kids love, and then you just throw them into a little airtight container and they are good to go for a couple of weeks. I also had this celery just sitting in my fridge. It was starting to get a little bit on the older side, so I wanted to just get it cut up to put in my freezer for soups and whatnot. So here I'm just cutting off all of the parts that I don't want to use, and then I'm actually going over to my cold water and I'm rinsing off those fruits and the veggies that I had soaking, and then I'm gonna throw the celery in here and do the same thing with that. I've heard of some people soaking their celery in lemon water with just like a little splash of lemon in the water. I just used some vinegar. I just used it for the sole purpose of trying to get my veggies a little bit cleaner. And then I'm just going to be cutting these up and throwing them in the freezer when I'm done. Now that I have my celery soaking, I'm just going to flip my cutting board over from where I used the cheese, and don't worry, I did go ahead and wash my knife as well. And then I'm just getting all of my apples cut up. One of these apples ended up having kind of a bad spot in the middle, so I just ended up using the one, but that was fine. It was totally enough for us to take with on our road trip. So for my kids, when it comes to cutting these up for them, I cut them a little bit different for each kid. So I have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. For my 1-year-old, I will make them really thin strips, and I always make sure to take the peel off of hers, but I cut them very thinly so she will not choke on them. But both of my kids really enjoy apples. And then for my 2-year-old, I just peel his sometimes, and then sometimes I will leave the peel on. He does just fine with the peel, so I will just make sure to cut his into pretty thin pieces, and he does great with that. Now the trick to getting these apples to stay nice in color and they're not going to get brown is to actually just take a little bit of lemon juice. You can either use the bottled stuff or you can use fresh, but I will usually just use the bottled kind because I always have it on hand. Drizzle a little bit of that on top, give it a quick stir, and that is going to help the apples from browning. So this is great when you need to take them out for a day, or even if you just want to prep them ahead of time to make your life a little bit easier. This is a great trick for that. Now I'm moving on to getting my peppers cut up. If you watch a lot of my meal prep videos, you know I'm always prepping peppers ahead of time. My son absolutely loves peppers. He gets so upset if we don't have any in the house, but we love to have peppers with hummus or even just plain, or sometimes I will pair them with a side salad. So this is definitely one of the things that I like to prep ahead of time. Now you'll see that I actually have 2 containers here. One is just going to stay at home, and then the other one is going to come with us on the road trip. And this is a great healthy snack to have in the car. I get a lot of questions in my videos about what knives I'm using, and these are the Kyocera ceramic knives. I've actually had them for about 3 years. We got them as a wedding gift, and they are such an awesome knife. I have loved these. They're pretty much the only knife that I use to prep fruits and veggies, and they work very well. And since they're ceramic, you really don't have to sharpen them that often. We've actually never sharpened ours, and they really don't need to be sharpened. They're just great quality knives. So I will have them linked down below. You can just get them off of Amazon. That's where ours were from. And they're a really, really great deal because they last a super long time and they work really well. Now that I have all of those fruits and veggies prepped and ready to go, I'm moving back over to my kitchen sink and I'm just going to rinse that celery off that was soaking in the water, and I'm going to get this chopped up. But before I do that, I'm actually going to get my grapes soaking in some cold water with some vinegar. Same thing as I did before. I really like to try and keep everything moving in my kitchen to just speed up the process. So I like to have things soaking while I'm cutting up the rest of my ingredients. So here I'm just going to chop up this celery for in the freezer. You don't have to blanch this or anything. All you have to do is chop it up, throw it in a freezer Ziploc, and this is great to throw into soups in particular, but you can use it in really any way that you're going to cook. You can throw it into hot dishes or whatever you like to use celery for. Most of the time I do use ours in soups though, but this is a great way to keep it from going to waste, because I know a lot of times I will buy a big thing of celery and only use a few stalks at a time, so this is a really great way to preserve it. After about 5 minutes of soaking in the water with the vinegar, I just rinse those grapes off and then I'm spinning them out in my salad spinner. This just gets them really nice and dry so they are nice and preserved and they're clean for when we want to eat them. I don't have to worry about it. But instead of actually throwing these right into my fridge, I'm actually going to be cutting them up a little bit. And this is only because I was taking them on a road trip the next day. Normally I will just wash them and put them into one of my food saver containers. But because we're going to be going on a road trip with these, I wanted to get them cut up for my kids so I didn't have to worry about it in the car. I'm sure most of you know this, but grapes can be a really big choking hazard, so I always make sure to cut them into fourths for my kids, and they seem to do really well with them that way. So I always make sure to cut them up for them. And then for the rest of these grapes, I just threw them into a Ziploc bag, and that's because we were taking them on a road trip and I was going to be throwing them into the cooler. Normally I will put these right into my food saver containers and it works really well that way, but on this day, this is just how I did it, and it stored totally fine for the next day. And now we're moving on to the not so healthy snacks in this video, which of course you have to have some of these for a road trip. These are what I like to call the emergency snacks for my kids for when they really start freaking out and I can't calm them down. I will hand them back a little snack bag and it is perfect for them. So I'm just pre-portioning out the veggie straws and the Cheez-Its, and they will be good to go for the road trip. But that is actually going to wrap up today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I would love to have you. I do tons of food related content on my channel. But that is going to wrap up today's video. I will catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!